top strategies to pass the FE Chemical Engineering exam. So the FE Chemical Engineering is like your first big step on becoming a licensed professional engineer, but it's not what you know, it's about how you prepare. So preparation is a key skill in passing the FE Chemical exam. In this video, I will share the proven strategies to help you pass the FE Chemical exam on the first try based on my experience. So the strategy number one is start with a diagnostic test. So study the NCC FE chemical material, and before opening like core chemical book, just take a full length mock exam. This will give you a baseline score and show you exactly which topics you need to focus in. So don't skip this step. It keeps your study plan efficient and targeted. So just give a mock test if you and try to understand like which questions you got wrong. So the tip is treat your first mock test as a tool to identify weakness, not a pass or fail test. So just give it. Don't worry about what score you get it. Now the strategy 2 is build a focus plan with a timeline. So once you know your weak point, plan your study schedule, decide on how long you will need. For most people, that's like a 1 to 4 months depending on your background and availability. So if you want to stay motivated, book your exam date early. So the thing is, the first day when I started studying, I felt sleepy within like 20 to 30 minutes of study. So if you book your exam date, so day 1 would be like that, day 2 you would do a little bit more, day 3 and day 4 you will have an alarm that's ringing in your mind, oh, the exam's coming and I need to stay focused. So that's how having that deadline on the calendar keeps you focused and avoids procrastination. You don't stress like you stress after booking your exam, but you rather than wasting your time on social media or something, you try to stay focused. So divide your study time between your undergrad notes, practicing problem, and studying the NCC FE reference book. Spend more time on low confidence topic, but keep refreshing the one you already know. So the tip: book the exam as soon as possible as you are confident about your prep window. A set date turns I should study into I have to study. So just book your exam. So this will keep you working hard every day. So the strategy 3 is master the FE reference handbook. The FE reference handbook is your best friend during the exam. Learning about everything and practice searching it quickly. You don't need to memorize every formula, like you cannot always do that, but you must always know how to find them pretty fast under time pressure. So if you can remember a few formulas, great, but you don't need to memorize everything. So tip is familiarity with the handbook can save minutes on multiple questions. So FE chemical is all about time, so familiarity with handbooks will help you a lot. Strategy 4, use quality practice problems. So don't try to take a material that's too difficult and breaks your confidence. So NCC official practice exam has questions that have that are similar to the actual exam. So work on problem from reliable sources, your chemical engineer books and reputable website. Practice both easy and challenging problems. This builds speed and confidence. So when you're early starting, take some challenging, but when you near the exam, try practicing problems that are just near to NCC practice exam, because you have to be confident enough. Like, so strategy 5 is simulate the real exam at least twice before the exam date. Sit for 6-hour practice session. Twice, if you can do more, that's great, but this will help you manage the fatigue, stay focused, and develop time management skills. Use the same tools and conditions you will have on exam date. So so if your morning slot, try to sit for that particular time and solve just mock a real-time exam thing. So this will help train your brain to manage the stress of that particular exam. Strategy 6 is manage your time in exams. So you have 110 question and over 5 hours and 20 minutes. So which means you just get 2 to 3 minutes per question. So if you get stuck, mark it for review and move on. The goal is to answer every question you can and then return to tough ones. So as you know, the passing score is 70%. You have got a limited time, so try managing your time accordingly. Strategy 7, prepare logistically. So preparing for the exam date is also important. Like know your test centers, ID and everything the night before. Plan to arrive early to avoid any kind of stress from unexpected delay. So my final advice is to you, passing the FE chemical is about preparation and not perfection. So focus on your weakness, practice under real condition, and master the reference book and just stay calm. So with right approach, you can pass in the first try.